It is so funny how so many Americans born in America that are Jewish, thinking they have some kind of claim to uh, land in Palestine, are now fleeing Israel after the Israeli government attacked Iran, and Iran is using its right to self-defense, are crying about having to flee and feeling unsafe in Israel. Like, you, you don't have any right to land in another nation if you're born in, like, just because I'm born in America and that doesn't mean I have like some right to land in Palestine. If I converted to Judaism, that doesn't mean I got the right to steal some land in Israel. And it's funny how so many Americans actually think that just because they're Jewish and born in America, that they can go to Israel and steal some land. Florida has, or the Florida governor has helped at least 1,500 Americans flee Israel after they got stuck in Israel on their birthright trip to Israel. Like, you were never born in Israel, so what birthright do you have in Israel?
With so much uncertainty over what will happen next between Israel and Iran, the American embassy in Jerusalem is telling U.S. citizens that the State Department is planning for contingencies to help them leave the country. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis chartered flights carrying nearly 1,500 Jewish Americans who traveled to Israel on their birthright trip. Now they are.
Again, what is a birthright trip? It's wild that they use this phrase birthright trip. Like, if you're born in America, you have no birthright to lands in another nation.
Are beginning to safely arrive back in the U.S. CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez is at the airport there in Tampa, Florida. Manny, always very good to see you. What can you tell us about these flights?
Nancy, good evening. As you mentioned, one of them landed here at Tampa International Airport just before 7 this morning. And you can imagine the relief of those passengers as they finally touched back down onto American soil. There are several groups working to coordinate the evacuation of Americans who specialize in doing that from conflict zones. And one of them is Gray Bull Rescue. Today, they told us that more than 4,000 people in Israel have signed up to try to get onto one of these evacuation flights. They believe that number could rise to about 6,000 by Saturday. They said a lot of people were rattled by the fact that an Iranian missile was able to hit an Israeli hospital. So how are they?
It's funny how Israel is supposed to be the safest place for Jewish people, and now Zionist Americans and other Zionists are fleeing Israel because it's not safe for them anymore. Whatever happened to Israel being the safest place for Jewish people? I mean, it looks like Poland and other places are safer for Jewish people than Israel.
Doing it. One is overland into Jordan and then putting people on a flight there. The other is by ship over to Cyprus and getting people on flights there.
I can imagine they are very happy to be back home, as you had mentioned. There's also, though, Manny, been some confusion for Americans still on the ground there in Israel. What is the government saying to them?
Well, the State Department continues to urge Americans in Israel to sign up through the State Department website, through the portal there, so that they know who is where should they need to urgently evacuate a certain area. But of course, the logistics of this are constantly in flux because the threat level in certain areas keeps changing. Ports close, borders close, and so they're trying their best to